Hey everybody, welcome to Connect the Dots. It is season 4, episode 2. My name is Heather. I am your host. And I realized yesterday, which is a little chaotic, if you haven't listened to the first or episode 1 of this season, definitely go listen to that. But I realized yesterday I didn't do some of the things I typically do when I open a podcast. So I want to make sure that I do those. I also missed my closing. So I'm going to definitely hit both of those right now. So if you are watching this on Spotify or YouTube, again, my name's Heather. I am if you need a visual description of me, I am a white female. I have short strawberry blonde hair. I'm wearing red glasses. I have on, like gray headphones. I'm wearing a black t-shirt today. Behind me, I have a teal wall. It has a white line and dot pattern. It has several pieces of art that are displayed. I like to give a visual description for those of you who may be visually impaired, or maybe you're just listening and you'd like to know. So there you go. My pronouns are she and her. This is the Connect the Dots podcast. Season 4 is focused on how to bring all of you to work. And like I mentioned yesterday, in episode 1, which was called Open to Work, which is where I talked about how yesterday was day 0, because yesterday I was laid off from Amazon, along with 18,000 other people. And then I heard today, apparently Microsoft also had layoffs yesterday. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. Anyways. I had all the feels yesterday. I let myself feel all the feels. I let myself be sad. I let myself be mad. And then today I picked myself up. You know, you got to pick yourself up and try again. Pick yourself up and try again. Anyways, so today, though, I got up, I went and I did a couple little things around the house, and then I went and had brunch with my mentor, and it was amazing, and it was so much needed. I really, 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 really appreciated that time today to get to talk with her and just kind of go through all the things. And I only almost cried once, so that was good. And then I got back home, and then I went to urgent care. As if you cannot tell, I am sick. I have a sinus infection. I've had a sinus infection for probably 3 weeks. I didn't want to go to the doctor, and I was on vacation and all the things. So I have some meds, and so I'm on the mend, hopefully, because I just took a med, like the first antibiotic, like 3 minutes ago before I hit record. So not on the mend quite yet, but on my way there. Today I'm going to try to wrap this up quick because, again, I'm sick and I have lots of things I need to do. Today is called No Regrets. Over the past year, so if you're familiar with me at all, I worked at Apple for a little over 6 years. Left Apple in November of 2021 to go to Amazon, and was at Amazon until now. So I was at Amazon for a little over a year, but with Apple for a little over 6 years. And when I left Apple, throughout the year, I've gotten asked many times by many people, like people that work at Apple, people that don't work at Apple, like when they find out like that I left Apple or whatever, they ask me like, well, do you regret it? Do you regret leaving? And I can only imagine that is probably a question that has crossed a lot of minds recently, like in the last 24 hours. Those of you who maybe know me personally or just know me through this and know about my history, but maybe you've been like, man, does she regret leaving Apple now? A little over a year in, and now she's out. Like, now she's got to start over again. Like, does she regret it? Absolutely not. I have zero regrets in the decision that I made to leave Apple. I yeah, zero regrets of coming to Amazon. I mean, it sucks right now. It sucks real bad. It's stressful and all the things, but I still have zero regrets about the decision I made to come to Amazon. When I look at it, now, like, definitely now in hindsight, right? If I had not taken this job at Amazon, and I had stayed with Apple, I was really in a place that, like, I loved my peers. I loved the team that I led, all of those people. Like, I loved them and cared for them and wanted everything that I could possibly give them. I wanted the world for them. And that will never change. It was really more like I was just tired. I was worn out from, like, the constant, like, just go, and just the cycle that I was in there. And for me to have been able to get out of that cycle would have meant I would have had to move, and I wasn't going to move. And so if I would not have left Apple, I would have been still stuck in probably a position that I would probably have started to resented. I would have probably started to, like, shut down and shut out. And I say that probably wouldn't have done that, like, to people, but, like, in my head, like, the people outside of work would have probably seen a very different side of me, because I would have let that stress build and affect my life outside of work. It would affect my work-life harmony. And so looking back, like, I would have been in a position at this point where I still was not happy with where I was, because I wanted to move up in the company. I wanted to do things, but, like, at home positions at Apple were just like, yeah, no, sorry, dog. And so, yeah, it sucked. Like, I was like, well, I mean, like, I gotta go up and, go out and onward. And so off I went to Amazon. And I will tell you, in the last year and 2 months, I learned so much about myself, about what I'm capable of. I learned so many new skills. I've grown so much in my project management, program management skills, in my innovation skills. Like, I have grown leaps and bounds in the last year. And so I have no regrets. I have zero regrets, even though I'm, we're going to go through these next couple of months, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. We're going to have ups and we're going to have downs and all of that stuff, but I don't regret the decision that I made. I don't regret coming to Amazon. I am so incredibly thankful for the time that I've had at Amazon, for the people that I've met, the friends that I've made, the lives that people have said that I've impacted. Like, it just, I don't know. It's like, I don't even want to say that I take credit for impacting lives. Like, but I've gotten so many messages the last, day, the last 24 hours, that just, it make it all worth it. Like, it just makes everything that I did worth it. And if this is the path that this is the path we go down now, and I look for something new, and I look for a new place to be able to bring my skills and to bring the energy and the love and the focus and the dedication and the passion that I have for people and helping people, I get to bring that to a new company, and I get to share that. One of the things that I always said, or that we always talked about when we were doing onboarding at Apple with new groups, was that, hey, listen, we want to teach you skills and things that you can use here, but we know that this may not be your last stop, right? We want to teach you things that you can take with you, and you can continue to share and spread wherever you go. And so that's, now I have the opportunity to do that. I get to now take all of the things I learned at Apple, all of the things I learned at Amazon, And now I get to put that into another company. I get to take all of that experience and put it somewhere else to influence and help and build and train and all of that. I get to do all of that at somewhere new. And so that makes me excited. It makes me excited to see, like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And it's a hard thing. It's hard, and I can't guarantee that every day I'll feel like this. I cannot guarantee that in 5 minutes after I finish recording this, that I won't be crying again, because I'm sad. So, those of you who are going through this same exact thing that I'm going through right now, whether you were laid off at Amazon or Microsoft or wherever, it's okay to have this roller coaster of emotions, but don't have regrets. Take what you've learned, take the things that you know that you're passionate about, and put them into the next place that you'll be. In the next day or so, then one of the next podcasts that I do will be about non-negotiables. I want to talk a little bit about that and just things that I've learned and values and non-negotiables. And then my mentor today asked me 3 questions that I want to ask you, and I want to share my answers with you. So those are kind of the next 2 things coming up, and then we'll talk a little bit about resumes as well in a future episode, because Heather's got to get her resume updated. I got to now take all those things that I did and put them in some bullet points and get it on a resume and get it out there, and find that next place that I'm going to land, that next place that I'm going to take, and be able to bring all of me to that space and bring what I have, see what they have, meld those together, learn and grow, and put out new and exciting products. I'm ecstatic. I'm ready. So we're going to do this. Like I said yesterday, I'm going to bring you along as much as I can, on this journey, because podcasting for me is that way that I can, like, really express how I feel. And one of the things about podcasts that I love so much is that it's, when I listen to a podcast and I get to hear a host or a guest talk about kind of what they're feeling and what they've been through, it lets me know that I'm not alone, that I'm not the only one going through this, or I'm not the only one that has been through it. So you are not alone. Whether you're not going through this kind of thing right now, you may in the future. So maybe you can take some of the things that all of us are going through, and you could use it later in the future. But that's the whole goal, is to help and to share and let you know you're not alone. So with that, like I said, yesterday I forgot my standard closing. It was a little bit of there's lots of stuff happening yesterday, so my apologies. I definitely do not want to leave without closing it out like I typically do. I would love for you to come along on this journey with me. Obviously, you can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Instagram at Ms. Heather B. That's MSHEATHER, the letter B, DOT. And then it's also at Connect the Dots _podcast at Instagram. I'm going to try to be putting up stuff, but Facebook, Instagram, those are really the main pages that I am on. And YouTube, I will be putting these on YouTube as well. But that's, so stay in touch. I don't know what else will be coming. I don't know if I'll do a news. I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises about newsletters or websites or none of that. I'm just trying to make it day by day. Y'all know. Day 1, I will call day 1 a success. Day 1's been a success. I still have a couple things to do to close out the day. I'm going to make kind of like a structured plan of how I want to, spend my time, because now my job is to job hunt. So that's kind of my plan, to do this evening, is just kind of map out what I want to do and where I want to go and how I want to do things. But, before I close out, sorry, one more thing. If I worked with you at Amazon, in some form or fashion, whether you were on my team, you were a mentor to me, a peer, in one of the classes that I facilitated, a team that I did a training for, somebody I did a coffee shuffle with. Please know that you all mean the world to me, and it has been the greatest privilege and honor to work with you and to be able to provide training or advice or a shoulder or event session or whatever it was, however we interacted. Just thank you. And if you were affected by the layoffs as well, I know. I'm like, please reach out. Let me know. We're in this together. We'll get through this together. We're going to land at bigger and better places. I just know that we will. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Sorry, I cried again. Oh, but you all just did. You mean so much to me. Okay. Oh gosh. The one thing I will say about crying, it at least helps with the congestion. Oh God. Okay. Yep. So let me close this out before my nose starts running. Thank you so much for being here today. I want you to remember that you are loved and you are worthy, and there are great things ahead for you in this life if you trust and believe in the Lord. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you again very soon for our next episode. Until then, bye everybody.